What's up, everybody? This is Vonda Evans back again. Was single and satisfied. Have been out for a minute. And now I'm back trying to figure this out. Been a minute. What's going on? Let's see. Got some comments going on. Got my injured in a car accident comments. Let's see what we doing. Uh, what's going on? Cinematic layout. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, Ethel, what's up, girl? What's up, lady? What's up? What's up? What's up? So listen, check in. Let me know where you from. Cinema Girl, 9189. Hi, Vonda. How you doing, baby? Just trying to get everything a little right, get adjusted. You've been out for a minute. It just be like stuff be brand new or something. I mean, I don't know what's going on, why I can't see everything. But I'm from Denver. Yeah, give me a shout out where you from. Dana from Romania, my girl. Dana, is what time is it there? Carmen checking in, okay? Okay now. Um, okay. I don't know. Okay. Let me just leave things as it is, okay? Um, 5 a.m. My girl, you know I love you to be up. Ethel's from Texas, get your day started a little bit, talk a little stuff and whatever, you know. I hope recently, Belinda Meese, how you doing, lady? Wonderful, I hope. I recently had an opportunity to talk to somebody. This is going to trip y'all out. And she was from India. And she was saying that asking a friend who knew a friend who they wouldn't have known that they knew me. Okay. Do you know a lady from Michigan? Her name is Vonda Evans. She's a former judge. Anyway, she said, I've been listening to her. And as a result of me listening to her, I was able to, get in this relationship, reclaim this relationship, take control of the relationship again, and really do some big girl stuff. And I just want you all to know that really that really made me feel good about it made me really feel good about the impact that we are having. And so as a result, I'm very happy about that. um, so I want to dive right into what I want to talk about. So recently, these little holiday parties, they be, this would be a lot. I was at a holiday party, and while at the holiday party, um, I had a gentleman to approach me. And basically, what he said was, uh, press shift and A. Okay, basically, what he said was, um, he had met a woman. He was not in that way attracted to this woman. He thought she was a very nice lady, though. Okay. But when you are at a point in your life, you might not, be attracted to somebody. Okay. Okay. You're not attracted to somebody in that way. Okay. And so as a result, he, she wanted more than what he was willing to give. Okay. That's just what it was. And as a result, he just told her, and he was being very, very honest and candid with her when he said to her, this is just not something that I'm really interested in at this point, but, let's just be friends. And she wanted to be more than friends. And Anyway, to make a long story short, he said that he looked up, and lo and behold, guess what? She was actually living with a new guy she had met. And she told him, please don't mess this up. What's up, Lance? Uh, please don't mess this up. I really like him. Okay. And his concern was, I think you need to talk to your ladies about men's intentions and how many times they are not honorable, but that they get lonely and they start settling and let men move in. First of all, follow along. These are the telltale signs that something ain't right with this man. You hear me? I'm gonna tell you what the telltale signs are. Let's be 100. They may come over to do a repair. Oh, you live here by yourself? You got a man? Oh, this a lot of house. Hi, why they in your business? You there to perform a function. You ain't there to be assessing my house. You don't got no man. That ain't your business. You here to put the cable down, or you here to fix the washing machine. You not here for all of that other little. But what they doing is trying to survey the lay of the land. Okay. And many times, you're a good lady. Man got a good job, and they stand. And Lance said, asking the question so they can get in and scheme to see what they can get. And that was the same thing the man said. He said these men are scheming on good women to shoot a move, to get what they can get, and then they end up hurting the lady. You understand what I'm saying? And then the lady all hurt. Baby, let me tell you something. There's a man who came over here. Now, I'm all in for getting something for free. Yeah, I see you on the TV, and this is what they call TV too. And I see you on TV, and I just wanted to pay for your services. It's like something minor. I was like, because I know where this is going. Because I give you a good wake up, a good morning call, and I live with my baby mama. I'm not married, but I'll come move in here with you in a minute. I bet you would. You see a man, well, he is a working man, but if he trying to shoot a move on you and he at your location, how you know he not trying to shoot a move on somebody else when he at another location? These men many times are schemers. How do you move in with a woman in 2 weeks? What about your mortgage? You don't have one. What about your lease? You don't have one. You live with your mama, your grandmama, such, and you grown. You 40, 50 years old, okay? So how you just gonna drop and move in with me? But wait a minute, I got one better for y'all. How y'all want somebody to do that? And what they're doing is saying, wow, I could be the king in this castle. And so what I'm just move right quick, right? I know she a good woman. And then good morning, Texas. That ain't number bait. And y'all out here, talking about women, out here, well, she going with him for this or that. Y'all going with people for Texas. Good morning. How you doing, baby? Who do that? But you lonely. And he a good man. So the guy said he came by there and, rolled by there a month later, potentially. Guy out there cutting the grass, doing everything. Boo. I've done all the hard work, secured the mortgage, furnished it. Everything is done. All you got to do is come and possess the land. The devil is a liar. And it's not the point that you were, here to provide a service. What you doing is you trying to hit a lick. They are lonely and desperate. These two can't mix. Exactly. And so what that man does is if you engage them, they know they got something online. And I'm not saying that they're not good men. They're trying to hit a lick. And what this gentleman surmised, and Lance as well, because he's a man, said you got to be careful because you thinking that they for you, and I got a guy and he done moved in and we booed up and we going to the drive-in and we going to, see the lights and everything till he get a call somewhere else with a bigger house and a more lonely woman, and he out with you and he gone with somebody else, and or which is more likely than not, he gonna go with some little young thing, okay? And while he laying up with you, he get to come and eat your cabbage and your greens and your all that good food. And he got that pretty house that he living in the gated community. And then he slipping out, seeing Tootsie in them. Why? Because you let him shoot that move too quick. You can't let men come in like that, even if you are attracted to them. Slow them down. But that's like me. You follow? I got a mortgage. And all of a sudden I meet Boo. And I like Boo. I'm telling you, Boo. And I'm gonna move in with him. And let me tell you, you can do that. Let me tell you what happens. When you are living with a man, you gotta abide by their rule. Okay? You gotta abide by their rule. I'm not abiding by nobody damn rule. What I mean to you is this: they want you to be in there at a certain time. They want to control. Where'd you go today? What you do? No, I got my spot. You got your spot till we married. When we be married and we got a joint common living environment, then we'll be able to do that. But I am not going to give up where I live to go laying up with somebody, move my stuff in there. They give you a key. You thinking you done hit a lick, y'all together, happy ever after. Damn, you just knew me a week and you trying to do that. That's what you do? So you meet a woman, you like her, you say, well, let's live together here. Why you moving so fast? What is it about you that you need me to live with you, and you're single, I'm single, because you're insecure and you want to control something? You want me to uproot what I got going on, leave my house, okay, leave the things that I do to come lay up with you so you can have control over me. So ladies, when a man said, well, won't you just move in with me? Why? What is this about us got to be living together, but ain't nobody married? It's a control mechanism, okay? A control. Cinema Girl says, sounds like a hobosexual. What is that? I ain't never heard that. But anyway, what happens, they then want to take control over the relationship. And it sounds so inviting. And see, here, this is where y'all get it. Oh, well, the gentleman that I met out was, a businessman, or I don't give a damn what he is. I don't care if he owned his own business. Auntie Vonda, welcome back. We miss you. Maria, thank you. You know what? I'm to be honest. I'm just going, this is a little side. I was trying to, be nice and attend a couple events. I'm working on another project. I ended up, had to make a decision because of this new project that I was not able to do the 9/10, and I may start coming on much earlier. But what it was is I was doing a little bit too much and I was burning too many candles. Okay. So now I'm back in the saddle and all that. I look at Ethel. Well, what's with all these questions? And I'm answering them because I love y'all. And I want y'all to know that I'm not going to just disappear. It just was some things. It was just a lot of different things. So everything is getting together. So now I'm not doing 9/10 anymore. So I may come on earlier or whatever. But my point being to you, be careful of people wanting to move in. I don't care if you meet a guy at a bar or church and he has a very, very good job. Can we live together? Why? Let's learn to know each other in separate spaces. Because when you bring your life with that person's life, that is a step That's like a baby. You don't just give a baby a hot dog. You give that baby little meat, so baby food to build it up, because that's why you got to build it up. You got to build up a relationship. You just can't meet somebody out and say, well, he's a lawyer, a doctor, a judge, the person that is, the cable man, and I'm just going to move in with him. It does not work that way. Anything worth having takes time. You are a whole, complete individual. Many of you all are 40 years old, over 40. That means that you have had a unique personality for 39 years. Okay? Then you're going to meet another person with a unique personality in 39 years. And in a week, you all going to live together? That's nuts. Take the time to get to know that person. Take the time to stop revealing so much. Well, I'm grown and he grown. It don't have anything to do with y'all grown. We know that. Okay? Having sex ain't nothing. I mean, you can do that. You grown. We got it. The point of it is that if you're going to want some type of long-term or some type of good relationship, stop rushing into these relationships because you're lonely. That is the point of all of this. Take your time. You may, talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You got your place, I got my place. Let's incrementally do things that we need to do. Why? Because we know that it takes about the first 3 months, everybody lying to each other about what they do. Okay? They lying. Okay? They lying about how you clean up. 9 times out of time, they lying about their hygiene. They lying. After that 3rd month, you start to see them. Smell liquor on their breath. And it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Maybe see, pill containers out. Like, seeing they gamblers. They coming in from the strip club. You start to see after that period. So it's best to fully vet an individual, but stop giving up your stability. I have a routine like many of you all have a routine. I get up in the morning, brush my teeth, have a cup of coffee. There's a routine that I have. That routine is disrupted when I decide I'm going to live with a man or I'm going to let that man live with me. You got to earn that. I'm not going to allow a person to go from A through M in 2 days and then from M to Z in a week. That's their motive. That's what we call in the law the modus operandi. That's their MO. That's what they do. Whether it's man or woman, I'm gonna move in with you. I'm not saying that they may not be homeless or maybe they do have somewhere. But what is the urgency in us needing to conduct this relationship at your house or my house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I just met you 2 weeks ago? There is no necessity. Yet my mother used to always say, once you start living with somebody, you see the real them. What is the urgency? And the urgency is that individual 9 times out of 10 has a motive. They want to consume who you are and control you. Because a real man or lady is not going to want their program disrupted because they just meet somebody. Be weary of men or ladies, you know what I'm saying, that you meet them, I'm in love with you. You don't even know me. And then after a while, you tend to believe, well, it's love at first sight. That's bullshit. I forgot I can talk like that on here. That's bullshit. It ain't love at first sight. It's infatuation. It's lust at first sight, not love. Love takes an opportunity to cultivate. Love takes an opportunity to get to know a person, to observe them in their environment, to accept different things. Love takes time. You can't just love me and just meet me. I don't believe in that. Instant love. It's lust at best. Here's the thing. This is what some people do. Listen what they do. You meet them. Oh, I just can't, I think about you all the time. I can't, oh, I just want to be with you. And you're like, damn. And then it burned right off. It's the difference between a fire that is a sparkler, it's fast and bright, and one that is a nice fire that emits warmth. It takes time. You can't just go put some wood and set a match and it immediately combust. It takes time. And what you're doing is you're rushing into these relationships. Girl, I met him. And got a good job, work at the post office. She got a good job. Girl, we living together. We chewing each other gum, and and then all of a sudden, the more you get to know them, the less you want to be around them because you did too much too soon. I ain't going nowhere. I know I'm a good thing, but we need to take this slow, because inevitably you're going to miss steps. You're going to accept what you see, what they portray to you, not who they are. That's a big difference. If I portray that I'm loving this person, that's who I portray. That's not who I really am. So Beautiful said, I asked a man one time, do you love me or do you love what I can do for you? He looked at me like I was crazy. My point being to you is that many times these people just want to possess and control you. They don't want to love you, because real love takes time. Real love doesn't require, because you meet me on the internet and you live in one state and I live in another, that I got to stay on my home and come be with you. Real love is patient. Real love is kind. Real love is understanding. So if I meet someone and they live in another city, another country, take your time. Stop rushing in. Oh, I'm flying back and forth. I'm seeing this person. And before you know it, it fizzles right out. You got to take time. Relationships that are built over time last. Business relationships, personal relationships. Stop rushing into things. Y'all running into it like it's a race. You know what I'm saying? And then inevitably you get hurt because you did too much too soon. I love you. He told me he loved me the second night we were going to be together. And then when the relationship break up, you think you in love and you done dated them 6 weeks. But we in love. Hey, Dr. Hakeem Stovall, happy holidays to you as well. Y'all ain't in love, y'all are in lust. If you want to really build something that is permanent, you got to start with the foundation. What is it that you want from your lady? And what is it that I want from my man? And let's discuss this and determine, do we possess that? Just because you may say, well, I want a person who has a strong faith in God. Well, just going to church or the synagogue or the mosque or the temple don't make you have a relationship. It makes you a church goer. It makes you a synagogue goer. It makes you a temple goer. But that ain't your belief system. I know people ain't even set foot in them, and they have a strong belief system. They have they take time for prayer. They implement the principles from the Bible, from the Torah, from the Quran into their lives. They are living in a walking testimony. They're not running in and out of churches all the time. I see people going to church, running in and out of church. Next thing you know, Tuesday at the bar, happy hour. I'm like, well, damn, what's up? It's a lifestyle modification. And so many times what people do is they rush into these relationships. This particular lady that I'm talking about, the gentleman it indicated, was married. She was married for 25 years. Her husband died. Had a beautiful home, Mercedes, etc. All the trappings. So automatically when a man see this, he like, shoot, I want to be up in here. She wants a ready-made relationship. My husband died. You seem like a good guy. I can cook. I can clean. I'm beautiful. I have a beautiful home. I don't need a man for money, but you're moving too fast. And nobody wants something that they can get like that. You don't value it and you do not appreciate it. The reason that it takes a long time to get your medical degree or your doctorate is so that they can teach you the things that you will need to know. You can't just go become a lawyer, a doctor overnight, a teacher, a social worker. You just can't do that because there are processes and steps that you have to go on. You can build on a broken foundation, but for how long? And that's right. What you're doing is you're listening to what that person's listening to, what you want in a man. This is what they say. What you want in a man? I want to be honest. I want to love God. To see Bondi Evans ask all these questions. I want to be honest. I want him to love God. I want him to put his family first. I want him to honor me and be monogamous. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to portray to you that that's what I do. Praise the Lord. You ain't been saying all of that, but you pulling out all the bells and whistles in order to convince me that that's who you are. You ready to go to church, baby? You ain't been going to church. Why we got to automatically start going to your church? Why we got to automatically look? We got it's your life and my life, and we may want to build a life, but stop rushing in so fast. They listen after they stop seeing you. They don't even go back to no church, no mosque, no temple. Okay, they going back to the strip club doing the same thing. Stop telling people what it is that you want. You can tell them these are the things. Make observations. You know when somebody ain't been going to no church. Don't nobody know them there. Don't nobody know nobody. And it ain't that big. Well, if it ain't that big a church, why they don't know you and they don't greet you? Because you don't go. Because you're trying to put on an illusion for me. Because you're trying to tell me, I want a committed relationship. Well, when was the last time that you were in one? Oh, or the average length of relationship. Oh, my average length of a relationship is 6 months, maybe 9 months, maybe a year. That is a person who is a serial dater. They like to be in relationships, but then when they tired, they jump right out of them. You don't need to involve yourself in that because these people are like Play-Doh. You can mold them into what you want them to be, but that's not really who they are. And that's what I'm saying after the 3 or 6 months. Hold down, partner. That's when you're going to see who they are. But if I have to babysit you in order to make you happy, I can't be with you like that because I have a life outside of you that you should respect and honor. I don't expect meeting a man if I wanted to date, that all of a sudden you're going to cancel my man, all of his relationships and friendships and commitments to others just to be with me. That's unreasonable because if you in a fraternity or sorority, I want you to continue doing those things. I want you to continue your life. I just want to be an addition, but we grow incrementally. But I don't want you to all of a sudden give up everything to be right under me. And I'm not going to give up everything to be right under you. That's not realistic. Because then after a while, I'm going to begin to resent the fact that I'm not doing the things in my life that once made me happy. Because I'm trying to be up under you, trying to do what you want to do, go along with your program. And that's what happens when you move in with somebody. You move in with somebody, it's like, okay, this is what we're doing today. They're taking control of your destiny. If a person really love you and respect you, they're going to be honored that you got your own stuff. Well, is there any way that, we could get together this week? I told you, I said, I'm not dating. I don't even have the time. It's not that I don't want to date, okay? It's just that I don't even have the time to date, okay? And here's the situation. By the time I get some free time, I'm trying to take a damn nap somewhere, okay? Because I'm doing a lot. I want to honor what someone else is doing. I don't want them to all of a sudden feel that they got to give up everything. Well, Vonda has a free span of time from 6 to 10 on Saturday. So I've got to stop doing what I'm doing in order to accommodate her. No. Life don't work that way. Because what's going to happen, you're going to resent me for having to conform to the time that I have. Let's just enjoy each other. We ain't got to run in here and live with each other. Just enjoy each other. Enjoy the dating experience. But y'all want to go from dating in 3 weeks to now he living with me. I got the key. And babe, I ain't even gonna talk about these women out here who are letting married men and committed men have keys to their home like it's their other spot, like you they wife in your mind. It's like what we call, it's like you believing in your mind, I'm his wife. So he can come and go as he please. Got a key, have exclusive privileges to you. You're not even having sex with somebody and he living with somebody because he got a complicated situation and he married and he come get with you when he do and he'll text you, where you at? Nowhere, I'm at the crib, won't you come through? And he at my house. Who does that? Who does that? A whole bunch of women. A whole bunch of women that are lonely. Oh, I gotta go, y'all. My dude, he at my crib. I'm gonna call y'all right back. I gotta go. Oh, he at the house. And you almost running red lights and stop lights just to get there because he got to be home by a certain time. I've had men tell me who are friends of mine, I have never stayed out past 1 o'clock in the morning, but I always had 2 or 3 women when I was married or in a committed relationship. But I never stayed out. So you can count on one hand the times that I've ever stayed out past 2 o'clock or even 1 o'clock. But these women are making it easy for them. They like their company. Oh, we don't need to go to no hotel. We can come lay up over here. And then you're treating them like they're your husband. You're treating them, they have privileges. Well, I ain't seeing nobody else with you. And they living with somebody. Well, baby, it's complicated. No, baby, it ain't complicated. You are in a committed relationship and I am not. And until you make a decision to free yourself from that relationship, I'm not going to be on rotation for you. You not, okay? And let me tell you something. I ain't trying to throw him under the bridge, but that's like Nick Cannon. You remember them janitor keys, baby? He got the janitor keys. He got the key to 10. All of his women are not seeing other men. They're seeing him exclusively. Now, one thing I respect about Nick Cannon is the following. He's honest. Baby, can you handle this? Because this is who I am. Now, if you understand going in, that man has a wife, that man has a committed relationship, and you accept it, you can't blame anyone for any pain that occurs except yourself because you allow that. Baby, if your situation is that bad, then you fix it. And when you do, you call me. But I don't want to get involved with that. Because what these men do is what I said about my friend. Never stayed out past 1 o'clock, but always had multiple women. And they knew about the wife. He never took off his ring. He honored his commitment to his wife, but he was having sex with these women. And in their mind, you my man too. Because you unhappy in your relationship, and I'm gonna come over here and I'll be cooking you greens and pot roast and everything, and the house is clean. You got the exclusive key. Because in your mind, we're in a committed relationship. Ain't nobody can be in no committed relationship with multiple people. It's not realistic, and someone is gonna get hurt. And normally it's gonna be that outside woman, or that outside person that accepts that, or the woman that drop everything and just say, I'm moving in with him. Like they do the 6-month fiance or whatever. That don't last. That's too fast. You know what I'm saying? That's just way too fast. You got to take your time with situations that are meaningful. I don't want to live in no high rise that get built in 2 months. I'm not living in that. You did it too fast. You didn't let the foundation set. You didn't put the proper beams in place. And so you gonna buy some property in December, and January I'm gonna move into it. And it used to be a hole there, now it's a place. No, it takes time to build something. And if it takes time to build a structure, it takes time to build a relationship. It's trust. And one of the main things that really, to me, is a good indicator of whether or not you can make it is a person's ability to respect your boundaries. Well, babe, from 9 to 5, Bond is working. Or, Ralph's working, or, he got unpredictable hours. So, when his pager, when his phone go off, he has to be able to attend to those things because that's how he makes his money. Don't compete with somebody's business. Don't compete with their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody need their own spot so they can get up and go and do their job or it have their daily routine. You disrupting it. Here it is, somebody over. Baby, let me tell you something. When I was dating, I couldn't wait till they go. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know what nothing is. You try to take your stuff somebody's house and you don't take everything you need. And then you got to come back home and figure stuff out. Don't nobody got time for that. You need to develop you. And let me tell you what's happening, especially to a lot of my ladies. You are growing. You're doing things independently. You don't need an escort. You're not as needy as you once were. Now you become super attractive. Attractive to a man to beat you down. Attractive to a man to stomp on the growth. It's like, in the summertime when you get that new grass and they say, be careful because it's very fragile. You're growing. And the more you grow, learning who you are, you need to be alone so that you can get in touch with your own feelings, your own desires, what you want, what you saw in the past that sabotage relationships. You got to deal with you. But y'all so busy. I gotta have somebody lay up with me. I gotta have that sex. I gotta roll over in the bed and touch somebody that you're not dealing with your issues. And inevitably they come to fruition because you've not dealt with those insecurities, those proclivities. Take this time to deal with you. What is it that men say about you or ladies say about you? She too clingy. Deal with that. Start to spend quality time with yourself. When you start to really love you, you ain't got time really to be with another individual because you're learning yourself. You're able to satisfy you. And what I mean is, and I'm not talking about forms of masturbation, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you start to really spend quality time with yourself, you don't need someone to be with you to entertain you. You can go to the movies alone. You can you can travel alone. You can do things alone. You don't need a companion. Now, once you grow and you don't need that anymore, it's okay to invite it in because guess what? You're not needy. But it's like when you just say, for instance, if you are alcoholic, you need that liquor. After you get over it and deal with why was I craving this? What sent me to the liquor? And you start dealing with the underlying issues, that depression, et cetera, grief. Then what you find is you don't need that liquor no more. So you might have a drink or two later on, but you don't need it like you did because you're figuring out what it was that sent me in that direction. And so that's what self growth is about. It's about being able to heal. It's about me being complete and you complimenting me instead of completing me. And what has happened with many people is you've been in a marriage relationship or committed dating relationship for maybe a number of years, maybe 20 years. And it feels so unfamiliar for you not to be in that dating relationship anymore. And you do get lonely and you do want some type of stimulation, but you got to be able to make peace with this second part of your life, being divorced, being in a separate relationship. You got to make peace with that. The minute I divorced, I wanted to get married immediately. I just wanted to get married immediately. It wasn't that I liked marriage so much, but what I wanted to do was prove to myself and others that I was worthy to be married. And so therefore I wanted to rush into it. I gotta get married. I gotta get married. That I was consumed with that. Is he married? Is he? I mean, I was consumed with it. Instead of taking the time to learn who I am and stop rushing into relationships. When I was dating, I'd be out of a relationship 90 days back into another. I don't want people to think I ain't got no man. I don't want to be lonely. I want a companion. And so every time I would break up in a relationship, I'm back in a relationship, back in a relationship. Never gave myself time to really heal, to figure out who I am. Who are you? What do you really like? What is it the things you like about yourself, Bond, and what are the things that you would like to change? Rich, Alana, I learned when a man is persistent and moving too fast signifies red flags, masking the truth. He's portraying what he wants you to believe. When you tell somebody, I love God, praise the Lord, everybody. Um, when you say, I love somebody that cleans, that person may be a clean up person, but they car nasty, they garage nasty. Well, they're pretending. They're pretending to be who you want them to be. And like you say, they have a mask on. But see, after a period of time, that mask get hot. And then in that mask come off, you see the monster. Like, oh my God. And what the monster is, they have a short span of interest in a relationship. You done fell into the, what they like to do on Sunday. We have dinner, we go to church, we have dinner, we go by your grandmother's or whatever. You fall right into the routine. Then all of a sudden, they want somebody, you don't hear from them, or they say, why don't you just stay at your place, and you enter the routine. Then all of a sudden they lose interest in you. Why? This is their MO. This is what they do. They come in like a thief in the night, and they get bored easy, and when they get bored easy, they jet. And then here you are trying to get into the relationship, knowing the people, the cousins, the aunties, everything, and then you look up, he got somebody else he trying to bring over there. Stop moving so fast. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mind, but if that's what you do on every Sunday, call me when you're done. I'm not trying to get in with your family and know your aunties and the cousins. I'm not saying I don't want to know them, but I'm not trying to be seeing them every week. If that's your routine, you do that, babe. Because I got a routine. My routine is I love to walk my dog. I try to do a 3-mile walk and rest. Now, if you can't respect that, I'm not going to break my routine. And that's what I would do. I would gain so much weight in a relationship, eating all the damn time, because I wasn't doing the things that were necessary for me to take care of my body. And that is, exercising, not eating after a certain time, not drinking, etc. Because I'm trying to be with this man and live that life, when my life had a little bit more discipline when it came to my commitment to exercise. And then you get all fat and out of shape, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep up with your boo, and he ain't gaining no weight, or he fat, okay? And then before you know it, you turned upside down. Your clothes fitting all tight. It took me almost 2 or 3 years from, it seemed like, the pandemic to get back in my clothes. Okay, now I can't blame that on the man, because I wasn't dating, but it was that I wasn't respecting my lifestyle. I wasn't respecting the things that were important to me. And as a result, I was not eating properly. I'm not making my commitment to exercise. You got a program. You can't let nobody disrupt your program because they got that good sex. You can't let nobody disrupt your program because they lonely. Because, oh, if I don't run over there, somebody else gonna be there. Well, if that's how it is, let them go, because they're gonna be over there anyway. Because men like that have women on rotation. They got these ladies, and then they got these ladies. Okay, they got rotations right here. Okay, they got them. So when you're not available, somebody else will do it. But you can't keep up with that because what you're doing, you are not living your life. You're living the life that they want you to live in order to be with them. And then you lose sight of who you are. Oh, well, I used to go on yoga on Saturday, but I can't go because I gotta, we have a weekly commitment to the family. My man got to be with his family every Saturday, so I can't do yoga. Oh, you know what? I used to really love to sleep in, but I can't because he loved to have breakfast at the IHOP at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I can't do that anymore. And what happens is you begin to lose who you are. I remember there was a point in my life where I was dating someone that lived out of state. Listen, I'm gone. I'm in working all week. Okay, working all week. And then I'm jumping on planes. I had no time to do things for myself. And what it did was I was making this sacrifice, but in reality, I didn't like the person that I was becoming because I was not fulfilling the dreams that I had. I was living for somebody else to make that person happy. But I was sacrificing what I wanted to do because Saturday is the only day that I have to sleep in. Then that individual, because they hadn't seen me, had all of this planned and it was too much for me. By the time I came back to work, I was exhausted. You can't live like that. And if you really love someone, they honor your time. I have a friend and he's dating a lady out of state. And, I was like, is it hard? He says, challenging. But we respect each other's lifestyles. I don't feel that, well, if you ain't with me, I'm going to go slip up with somebody else because I want to be in this relationship with her because it took me a year almost to kiss her because she was so guarded. But then when she began to trust me, I appreciated it. And now we respect each other's time, boundaries. We do get together when we can, but it's not, you got to live my world and I got to live your world. Because inevitably somebody is going to resent changing. Damn, I gotta go. I gotta run in New York every weekend. Damn, this getting on my nerves. You understand? Because you don't get to do the things that you want. If a man love you, baby, we ain't gotta see each other every week. We got FaceTime, we got Skype, we can talk on the phone. We don't need to constantly be up under each other because in time it will grow to that. But stop trying to force things in the very beginning. You doing too much. And then you burn out because that ain't who you are and that ain't who they are. And then you start to see them for who they are. And then you done change, you tired. Then you taking it out on a relationship. Can't wait to be with your girls. Well, you might date a man that, doesn't drink. Maybe you like to have a couple cocktails. You stop doing all that because you trying to live the life for him. You have a right to live your own life and you don't have to disrupt your life. And if a man or a woman needs you to disrupt your life in order to make them happy, let them keep moving. You got to keep going. And ladies, stop being so damn thirsty. Me and him talked on the phone for 8 hours. You want to come by? You want to do this? Y'all go from 0 to 100. And you can't sustain the momentum. You should go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3. You building, and building takes time. But you want a relationship so bad, you rushing in there all fast. And the man going along with it. Because in his mind, he know that this ain't going to be 6, 9 months, a year, 2. He out. Because it's a come up for him. Okay? Whether it's a come up for him financially or a status or emotionally, it's a come up. Because now what you've done is you made your life convenient for somebody else's life. You stop doing all the things you love. I don't like dogs. Well, if you don't like dogs, you need to get the hell on because I ain't getting rid of my dog. Can your son go see his dad this weekend? I wanted to be with you. I wanted to take you to Vegas. Any man that does not want you as a woman to spend time with your child is dangerous. Is dangerous. Run from him. That's your child. A man should honor and encourage a woman to spend time with a child. But men many times are in competition with children. Oh, I was going to ask you if you wanted to go to this concert, but I know you got the kids. What? So you want me to feel bad that I chose to be with my children over you? You can kick rocks and keep it moving. That's what men will do. You know that every day or every Saturday I'm committed to doing yoga. Just say, for instance, from 8 to 10. You want to take me to a breakfast at 8 o'clock to disrupt that program because you want it to revolve around you. If you love someone, you'll honor, oh, I can't, she had yoga. Hey, how was your yoga? I want to encourage you doing the things that you do. I don't want to have to feel that I'm a police officer and I got to watch you. I ain't talked to you what you've been doing. It's okay if we don't talk to each other every day. That's normal. So that when we do get together, it's meaningful. But stop always feeling you got to watch somebody or you got to change how you live. If they vegan and you like you a little rib, eat you some rib. You ain't got, look, that's wonderful for you. But I'm going to eat me a little rib. I'm sorry. But you trying to change to accommodate somebody else. And what you're going to do is you're going to start resenting who you are. I'm not saying that there are things about me I don't want to change. Obviously, there are many things, okay? And I do kind of work at them, and I should work at them more. But I cannot completely change my foundation of who I am in order to accommodate you. Let me tell you the number one thing. You go to church or the mosque or temple religiously. You get a man, he don't go, well, I ain't got to go. I'll watch it online. I'll be right back. And then you go from being online to not watching it at all, to catching the broadcast, to you just fall off. Because y'all up there having sex or going to breakfast and all of that. Then if a person sees you compromise your faith to be with them, you have made them your God. You have elected to forego your worship experience in order to lay up with them, do what they want. Then you have said, well, that's okay. I'm in the book of my dude. This is the book of him. Book 1, page line. There is nothing or no one worthy of you compromising your belief system. There's certain people that I know are committed to their faith that I would not consider because I'm committed to my faith. My faith has gotten me through things when wasn't nobody around, okay? So as a result of me not doing I'm not going to do that. So we don't even need to go down that rabbit hole because I'm not changing who I believe in, and I would hope you would not change who you believe in. But what we have to do is respect each other. If it's something that person has done, if it's something that a person, their fraternity, their sorority, respect that. Oh, I forgot. It's first Saturday. Okay. Well, look, give me a call when you finish. Stop being so domineering. And then what it is they feel like you smothering them because you are. But they started it. And now they want to push back a little bit. Oh, well, I can't this week because they sick of it. Because what you did, you changed for them. Now they don't like who you are. Because you did not make them respect your boundaries. You started to live within their boundaries. They don't respect you now. Everybody wants a challenge. So if you decide you meet me and you've been Catholic all your life and you decide to change your religious belief after meeting me, you didn't eat meat. First you didn't eat meat. Now because I eat meat, you eat meat. You don't drink, now you see me drink. I'm like, damn, you'll do anything for me. And instead of me honoring that, I'm going to look at that as weakness. I'm not going to change my belief system. If a man want to do something with me on Sunday and I have a commitment to my church, I'm going to do that. I'm going to church. I'm not going to be laying up. Forget all of that. You gotta have boundaries. And when you don't have boundaries, people don't respect you. Because anytime you change who you are to accommodate somebody else, your worth is based on their perception. And I'm not going to change me. The things that are important to me, my faith, my commitment to exercise, my commitment to rest, you should honor that. And if you can't honor that and you want me to be something that I can't, and you try to make me feel bad, you're not for me. Because let me tell you something that my doctor said, and I'm going to close with this. We were trying to find a blood pressure medicine for me. He says, Vonda, this is what a blood pressure medicine should feel like. Nothing. It shouldn't make your mouth dry, your head hurt. It should just be like drinking water. You got to find what fit with you. Relationships shouldn't be hard. That shouldn't mean that you got to give up who you worship. It don't mean that you got to give up your friends. It doesn't mean that you got to give up, the things that you may like if you, may like to eat meat or something. It shouldn't be that you have to change your identity to accommodate that individual. It doesn't mean that. And it shouldn't mean that. And if a person wants me to change who I am, I can say, babe, you talk a little loud. I'm going to watch that. Babe, I really want you to work. You shouldn't smoke. I'm going to watch that. But don't say, you know what? I don't like your hair color. I want you to have long hair. I want you to get some breasts. I want you to get a stomach done. I want you to get a butt done. Don't change who I am to accommodate your desire, because I will lose me. And ladies, stop being willing to do that. But you ever thought about having a weave? No. Because I like who I am. Okay? I'm not going to become what you want, because when you do, you lose you. And it's subtle. Well, I thought you had to go to church. Nah, I ain't going. I am. But guess what? They still going to be with their boys at their fraternity. They still going to do the things that they do with their family. They're not giving up their foundational qualities, but you giving up yours. You're changing to accommodate them. And at first it's cute, but after a while, it's like, damn, she don't even go to church no more. She likes this. Any man that don't want you to go to a house of worship and be a better person, whether it's Christian, to the temple, to the mosque, that's a dangerous person. You better run from them. Because any person should want you to have your relationship with God to be strengthened. If you have a period of prayer, meditation, oh, she meditating, I can't bother her. Honor that. Don't compete with it. And if you got a man that is competing with the things that you love to do, that's a man you need to run from. I done worked all damn day, and now you talking about something, you want to come over or you want me to lay up. Baby, let's date on the weekend. Because Monday through Friday, it's just enough for me to get through this week. Honor that. If I say, you know what, I'm going to be with my children. We're going to go to New York for the holiday. Honor that. Don't compete with that. And it's men out here competing. Oh, you ain't going to be with me on the holiday? All right, let me call you right back. Like you punishing them. So ladies, stop making these rash moves. Well, a young woman, an old woman, she can't move like a young woman. Absolutely. She does have to concede to a degree. But baby, at the end of the day, you the damn prize. When you get up Okay, when you get off of here, look at your house. It look good, it smell good, and it's yours. That's your stuff. That's you. You did that, boo. And don't you let no man come and knock you off your square. You remember where you started from, when you was renting, when you was in your mama basement with your kids. Okay? That you got your little shack and built it up. Now it's a home. It's looking good, smell good. Okay? It's pretty. It's laid out. And you gonna let somebody, a man that didn't go through all of that, come and knock you off your square? You know you love to be at home, love to be with your condos, love to be watching your favorite programs. Now you gonna give all of that to be laid up with somebody. Sometimes that's fine, but honor what I do. If I want to watch cartoons every Saturday and that make me feel good, honor that. Don't plan something for me on a Saturday without, seeing if I'm available because I work so hard. Honor that. Don't try to keep me out all night and you know I got to go to work. Honor that. Don't compete with it. And what these men are doing is seeing how much of your boundary are you willing to give up for them. She don't even go to church no more. I'm putting it down. I just met her. She gave me a key. And she know I'm married. I'm that man. Because you lonely. Because you want somebody to be with you. Learn to love you. And that, listen, that is okay? That was like a challenge and a half for me. I was always a person that was always stimulated because I was always around people. I was, always, I was the only child, so I like to be around people. And learning to be by myself was very, very challenging. It was tough. Now I would say I love it. I love going on my walks. I take my dog out and get my head together. You understand what I'm saying? I love it. But at first I was like, well, where we going tonight? What y'all got? Who having a party tonight? By now I would have had at least a list of at least 10 or 15 parties that I would have attended. Half of them I did not want to be there, but I wanted to go because everybody was going. Did you go to such and such party? I ain't see you. I was there. I was there. Like being in the know with something. And it really isn't. It's just that you just happen to be in the right place at the right time. But listen, it took all of who I was just to attend the events that I did. And primarily they were business events. I don't really move too much unless it's something personal to me or business. I'll be like, that's okay. I mean, I went to one or two and that's it. Normally I had 10 or 15. Oh, I got to go to that. Because if I don't go to that and they don't see me, they don't think I ain't in the know. Baby, take that time and invest it in you. Stop wearing yourself out. Party after party after party, trying to meet a man, trying to move him in with you. I don't see, did you see such and such? I seen him, he knew. Just on rotation. You wearing yourself out. When you take the time to get proper rest, to exercise, to get that stress out your life, and to sit your ass down and be by yourself, your blood pressure will come down, your mental health will improve, and you will feel like you young again. You got to get this out your life. But all of that, you got to have the liquor. You got to be at the club. You got to be here. You got to be there. There's a place that I walk when I walk. There's a club. And baby, they can't wait. They don't want to spend all this money getting their hair done, getting their nails done to do what? Be in a crowded place, improper ventilation to try to get shows and hopefully to end up laying up with somebody, hitting a lick, or, trying to find a man. And 99% of the time, it doesn't work. So you invested getting your hair done, getting your nails done, new outfit. You invested in drinking, compromised your health to be in a place that's not properly ventilated, and you come out more broken than you did when you went in there because you don't come out with nothing. You won a many, and like, damn, and you keep doing it. And you say, why in my life? But I could be at home like Vonda Evans and Doris and Lance and Rich and all of them, and be on the and feel me be feel feel me beat me and be lame like that. I don't want to do that. I want to be stimulated till you on the damn ventilator because you done been around somebody got some damn COVID or some of this other strand, or till you so broken that you're getting DIs because the police are right across the street from them establishments trying to arrest people, till you just feel empty and you running on fumes. Take this time to invest in you. Everybody here on this feed tonight could have been at a club, easy, drunk, trying to get it in, but we're electing to grow as a community. We're electing to preserve our time, our space, and to grow. You teach me things, we share things, we learn together. Many things that you all put me down on, okay? I listen, I think about, I adopt for myself, and I'm growing. We all doing this together. You understand what I'm saying? But it's easy to be out there in them streets. That ain't nothing, baby. You can't park. You got to park, walk across the street with your heels. Okay. When you leave out, it smell like smoke. Okay. All in your clothes. You're buying these drinks, which water down, and they $15 just to go into an establishment. You done lost it. You done paid $100. You done got your hair done, your nails done, and it's the same bozo the clowns that you seen last week. But you keep going. But you winning. We lames, but you winning. Okay, by whose standard? As you get older, you got to learn to change the way that you do the things that you do, because you can't live a young person's life forever. There's a time and season for all things under the sun. And at some point in time, you need to stop looking for others to stimulate you and find it within yourself to make you happy. Just being able to say, you know what, I watched a good program the other day. I was just so relaxed. I remember hearing people talk about that. That's lame. They ain't got no life shoot. I was at the club. And I had to think, and you were doing what? Really? What were you doing? Drinking, eating, hoping you didn't get stopped, head hurt the next day. What you was doing? For real. Tell me, because I want to know. What was you doing? That was so fun. Every time I walk by that establishment, I said, well, God bless them. They'll learn. I am so glad God called me from that, because it's like, I don't know if y'all know this. This one we had in Detroit, Sharon Grish, you know, we used to be a place called Edgewater Park. And what it was a ride. And it was like you stick to the wall, and then the floor would drop out and you would spin around real fast. Hey, Amber, what's up, boo? I'm going to tell you something. I don't want no more floors dropping off on me. That was cute as a child, but as an adult, I can't have that floor falling out on me no more. You remember that, Sharon? And you be on the wall and you spinning around and then the floor drop. That's good for a child, but the Bible say that when I was a child, I spoke and thought as a child, but when I became a man, I had to put away childish things. At some point in time, you know, you getting dressed and putting your $50 cologne on, you know, to go out in a smoky area that you gotta meet somebody and you don't meet nobody, and it be the same characters at the bar, and then you just spend $100, $200 or $300 a weekend times 4 is $1,200, and you're not growing. Your head hurting the next day. You got the dry heaves in your mouth. And you keep saying, why do I do it? Why do you? Because you're afraid to be with you. But let me tell you this, wherever you are, whether it's in a coffin or the urn, you're going to spend eternity in that. So you need to start learning to love you on this side while you got some reality and mentality to appreciate you. Love you. Love the fact that you slowing down. Love the fact that you can watch a documentary by yourself and feel like, damn, I'm in a room full of people. When you learn to love you, it's intoxicating. I'm going to tell you, it is intoxicating. I be looking at people when they be out and about, and I be like, damn, well, I hope they had a nice time. But that wasn't for me. But I used to be one of them. You know, I was out not too long ago at an event. It was absolutely drop dead gorgeous. It was at the DIA. It was very, very prestigious and wonderful place. I couldn't wait to get my ass home. I was like, this is so beautiful, lovely. But I missed the simplicity of my home. Walking around in my PJs, in my shorts, and watching TV. And I missed that. I couldn't wait to get home. And it wasn't any reflection on the event. It was beautiful. But that's not where I am anymore. And when I wake up and I don't got the dry heaves in my mouth, and when I go to the grocery store or I go somewhere and I know how I got home and I ain't trying to look for no man, it feels like a burden has just, it felt like it was a monkey on my back, and it just fell off. And I woke up one day and I said, damn, I feel lighter because I'm not living up to the expectations of others. I'm living up to my own. So I may set things today. I knew that I had to uh, go to the bank to get some money for some gifts. I knew that it was my last show. I knew I had to prepare a letter. There were 4 things I needed to do. And when I did them, you know what I said? I'm proud of you. You did those 4 things. Don't overburden yourself. And once I completed them, if you do 4 things a day, just 4 things, guess what? In a month, you done 120 things, just 4 things. But we've got to start to set boundaries, have people to honor them, love where you are. That don't mean you, I ain't like that. I'm youthful. I'm youthful and dynamic. Okay. Well, listen, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to that old ass body. You can't lie to that old ass body. Blood pressure going up, mess around and put yourself, have a stroke or a heart attack out here partying with these young people, putting all that liquor and stuff, and being around people with these different strands of I don't know what, talking about I ain't gonna get no vaccine. Baby, no. Every time I go in a crowd, I say, is it COVID? And if I think it's COVID in that crowd, I don't go. Because I know COVID's still killing people, okay? People still dying from COVID, okay? And if I think it's some COVID, I'm not going. I'm not putting myself in that situation. And I'm learning to love me and to accept my boundaries. And if and when I do decide to date, then you got to come in respecting my boundaries as I will respect your boundaries. And together we will grow. So listen, thank you so much. But like I said, I found that my life has started getting very demanding. And one of the things that I enjoy here is I enjoy this forum. Anytime something is hard, I gotta let it go because it was just too much. So anyway, I'm working on a new show. Hopefully, I'll be letting you know something. Hopefully in March or April, when it pop off. But until that time, I want us to be able to come here. I might even do one of these days during the week, because what I want us to be able to do is grow. Every time I come on here, I'm a better person because of the comments that I see. I'm a better person because of what you pour into me. I'm growing. I know I am. And those weeks that I wasn't, because I was kind of doing other stuff, I didn't feel as motivated. I didn't feel as happy because I look at what y'all say and I be like, damn, that's true. Y'all leave me comments and stuff. And I be like, y'all, that's right. And I think about that and I'm like, that is right. Then half the time I'm listening to my damn self and I'm like, okay, and it makes sense to me, but it's a form that we grow. And we have had too much of a setback in our lives and relationships and false friendships that we need to now be able to have the courage and the strength to do things ourselves and to really step out here Not that we're loners or we're mean people, that we have given so much of our lives that it's okay to sow back into us. It's okay. It's all right for you to do that. And that's what I want us to be at. Let me tell you something. Everybody on here done, we done took care of people's people. We have given until we have no more to give. Now it's time to give to us. And what that is being able to have peace of mind. Baby, if you got peace, it's better than money. I'd rather have peace of mind than $1,000,000. Baby, because let me tell you something, if you got $1,000,000 and you ain't got peace of mind, you ain't gonna appreciate it, you're gonna go through it, and you're gonna have turmoil in your life. But waking up every day, just knowing that today is peaceful. I ain't gotta be dealing with no fake friends. I ain't gotta be dealing with no man lying, cheating. It's a peace. It's a peace, as the Bible says, that surpasses all understanding. Yes, do I go through things? Yes. Am I under attack? Yes. Do I have problems? Yes. Are there challenges? Yes. But when you stick to what you believe, walking every day, when those things come up, you deal with them. You don't let them destroy you because you're not pulling yourself so thin, trying to work, trying to be in a relationship, trying to go to the club, trying to recover. You got a couple things that you're doing. What we learn and discuss about life's challenges, we implement them and we get through it. And we get through it and we move through it. And we are growing. I know we are growing because I am growing. And I am growing as a result of this exchange with you. So look, I will see you next week. But this is what I want to tell you. I may start trying to come on, and I want you all to think about and let me know, maybe one day in a week, maybe about 9 to 11, because I know a lot of my ladies, y'all still working and stuff. One day this week, I don't know, maybe a Wednesday. I'm going to think about that as well. But listen, until we meet again, I love you. Be blessed. And remember, anything that you do fast won't last. Take it slow so it can grow. Be blessed. Mask up. Love you. See you next week. Bye-bye.